Nigeria Info FM. It is Thursday, the 5th day in the month of October 2023. My name is Denise Dennis Walu. And as always, I get to share this space with you from now up until 3 p.m. having conversations that concern you and I. How are you doing today, by the way? I hope good. And if not to worry. I'm sure by the time we spend roughly 15 minutes together in this space, you'll feel a lot better because we are the number one station for talk. Now, before I delve into the conversation for today, permit me to remind you that the season 2 of our students' debate, I beg to differ, is around the corner. Last year, we had Oseni Oluwabunmi win ₦1 million as she emerged champion. Imagine a teenager being a millionaire. Anyway, who is going to win all that money this year? Secondary school students aged between 12 to 18 interested in participating in this year's edition to send in, with the help of parents or guardians, a video of the students speaking on the topic why peace is important for the progress and development of a nation. Name and age should also be stated. Entries should be sent to socialph@nigeriainfo.fm. socialph@nigeriainfo.fm. The deadline is the 6th of October 2023. I beg today for 2023 is powered by Odibola Properties. So parents, guardians, you know what to do. Your child may just be the next millionaire, and it's a good thing, I must say. It's World Teachers Day today, and we're having a conversation what parents expect from teachers. World Teachers Day is an annual event that pays tribute to the educators who play a pivotal role in shaping our future. I am a product of some good teachers, from nursery school up until primary school, and then up until secondary school. Some lecturers will still call themselves teachers because they are all involved in the act of teaching. So this day is celebrated on October 5th each year, and it provides an opportunity to reflect on the contributions of teachers worldwide. You know, back then in secondary school or in primary school, we would usually have the debate between teachers and doctors, who is better than who in the society. Good day, panel of judges, impartial timekeeper, moderator, co-debaters, and the audience. I am here to oppose the motion that says doctors are better than teachers in our society with these few points of mine. First, who taught the doctors? You know, the debate goes like that. So teachers are actually important. And I think usually it's a matter of those that defended the teachers. I think they always tend to win. Maybe only if the doctors will come and say, so when the teacher is ill, who takes care of the teachers? The bottom line is teachers are important. In fact, they're considered to play a major role in the growth and development of your child. And some teachers have gone beyond their major role of classroom teaching to even disciplining and most likely parenting of a child. It may seem that there is an established relationship between parents and teachers to the point where a parent knows a teacher by name, have their phone numbers, and some other details of the teacher. In the house, usually something will happen, and a child will say, "No, mommy, my teacher said. Mrs. Bumi said. Mr. Marcus said." And the parent is wondering, who is Mr. Bumi? Mr. Bumi is my geography teacher, and he said that. No, mommy, don't do that. Auntie Charity said it's not nice to talk down on people when they are not present. Who is Auntie Charity? She's my CRK teacher. So sometimes the parents have met the teacher, or they haven't met the teacher, but they see the teacher's names, it resonates in the house. So your parents probably knows there is one Mr. Tunde, or there is one this, or there is one that. And then, if they're not telling you what the teacher said, they are reporting what the teacher did. Now, it brings us to the question of expectations. Sometimes, parents will, require their teacher, the child's teacher, to stay a bit longer in school because the parent probably couldn't meet up the closing time. Sometimes, parents will call the teacher and say, Denise is not feeling too well today, but I can't keep her at home because I feel like she may get a lot worse staying back, and I have something really important to do today. So I packed her food. Please, can you ensure or see to it that she eats very, very well and takes her medication? And the teacher says, it's all right, no problem. But what if the teacher says, hello, your child is sick, it's none of my business. My primary duty here is to teach. So anything that goes beyond teaching is none of my business. We've had stories of teachers going as far as paying fees for students because the parents could not afford it. We've also heard stories of teachers, going all out to discipline a child because the child erred. And the parents are either okay with it or they are not okay with it. Sometimes it seems like boundaries are being crossed. At other times, you see some teachers waiting patiently for a particular parent because the parent is somewhat well-to-do and the teacher needs a financial favor. And the parent doesn't find it comfortable that a teacher is making such a request, and the parent goes as far as reporting the teacher to the school authorities. They are asking for tips. You come to pick up your children and teachers are telling you, nothing for us to take drink water. Nothing for us to take do Christmas. Nothing for us to take do Salah. Nothing for us to take do holiday. And the parents feel like, oh yeah, sure, have it. But some parents feel like, I'm paying my child's school fees. And if you're doing anything extra, I feel like whatever I pay covers for the extra. Now, as an individual who has a child in school, or who would one day have a child in school, or as someone who is a guardian, you're responsible for a child, you have a ward or a child in school, I'd like to hear from you. What things, or what expectations, what expectations do you have of your child's teacher or teachers? What are those things that you expect should naturally happen because your child, shares space with these teachers or that teacher for a period of time? Are you expecting favors from this teacher? Are you expecting a strictly professional relationship? In the sense that you are teacher and parent. Are you expecting your teacher to parent your child? Are you expecting your child's teacher, not to discipline your child when they go wrong? Let's talk. So, basically, expectations you have of your child's teacher. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0002. I take that again. 0817 923 0002. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416. We also have 0817 923 0003. On Facebook, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH is the Facebook handle. Go there, watch us live, and be a part of the conversation. And on X, formerly Twitter, it is at Nigeria Info PH. On Instagram and Threads, at Nigeria Info FM _PH. Turn down the volume of your radio so that as you call, be audible so we can hear you. Dakuku is calling from Eche. Dakuku, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, sunny side.
Good afternoon, Dakuku.
Me, as a parent who have a child, I'm expecting a good thing from the teacher. Not when my child goes wrong, the teacher has to flog him or her to put her in a good position. Not when she goes wrong, she leaves it for me to say, I want me to send me to school. I send that person to school to learn a good thing. So that is what I'm expecting from the teacher, to make sure that he teach my child a very good thing in a very good time. I get my point. So no, I not think I cannot be annoyed for a teacher who flogs my child because he does wrong. I will not do that. That is why I send him to school. That is why society today are so pressure public schools. They have already corrupt this school system. Private. Because any parent that is committed in government school is see parents change that person to private school. And they don't do anything to their child. That is why today see most of them misbehaving. This is called. It's basically a private school more than government school. But not simply there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Yes, I forgot to add this. Some teachers actually send their students on errands. Yes. Say, John, take this money. Come and go to the canteen. Buy me this. Or come and go to that malam or that kiosk across the street and buy me that. And some parents are not comfortable with, teachers sending their children on errands. Or are you one who is okay with such things? Expectations could be things that you expect to happen and things you do not expect to happen in a learning environment. In short, some of you have built a relationship so much with your child's teachers that when you look for a lesson teacher, you prefer this person. Sometimes you even go as far as, what's it called now? Telling the teacher to help bring your child home. Maybe because you got wind of information that the teacher lives in your area. Like I said, whether a relationship exists or not, the truth is that you cannot completely tune off from the reality that somebody spends a lot of time with your child in a day when school is in session. And for someone to spend that much time with your child, it means to a large extent the person has some level of influence, no matter how minimal. Hence, you may be worried, you may be excited, you may be indifferent about whatever happens in the classroom. However, this is a teacher and there is your child. Now, you know probably what to expect of your child. Go to school, read their books, come out with flying colors and all that. But what do you expect from the teacher? Silverdan is calling from Elele1. Silverdan, you're welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon.
You see, we thank God today is Teacher Day. First of all, congratulate the teachers and appreciate them for the good work they are doing. I think I shouldn't be angry or I shouldn't be bothered so much if a teacher teaches my child or corrects her in the wrong way he or she might have done. But it shouldn't be extremely. Like, for example, if the child is wrong in the school, I expected the teacher to beat the child for correction. There are times my child will go back home. She will report to her mom that, my auntie beat me today. So, at the first, the mother will be like, why did the auntie beat you? Blah, blah, blah. I said, no. Verify. What have you done? He said she was told to write up something, then she formed she's stubborn. So the auntie flogged her to correct herself. And I said that's the right thing. Because if she cannot write what the auntie or do what the auntie is instructing her, automatically she's proving stubborn. So though to me, I'm not against the teacher beating the child in correction, but it shouldn't be extremely. That is just my contribution.
Okay, so what you expect is basically the teacher doing what they need to do to correct your child.
Yes.
All right then. Economically sound. The responsibility lies on the teacher in the classroom. So they say, that your teacher knows sabi book. Because if your teacher knew what they were doing, and by now you're supposed to be very, very intelligent. Some parents still think today that they expect, in short, they expect rather than think, they expect that the teachers should be able to make their child intelligent overnight. Kelvin is calling from Omoma. Hi, Kelvin. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello.
Kelvin, I'm with you. Go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to thank you and congratulate you for being in the studio today. I've been not hearing your voice for a very long time.
Really?
So congratulations also.
Well, I've been on air since forever, but go on.
Okay. I sincerely want to thank teachers for today being their day. But the way teachers are being handled, to me, I don't so much appreciate it. Like those of them at the Senate, those of them in these big offices, they work in good offices. But teachers in their classroom, you and I know what the classroom looks like. And yet they work in the classroom to produce these eminent personalities who sometimes turn out not to recognize them and do their work in the society. That's my humble take. Thank you very much.
Okay, Kelvin, that's not what we're talking about. What we're asking is, do you have expectations of your child's teachers? Are there things that you feel like your child's teacher should be able to do or should be able to offer? Or things you can request your child's teacher to do for you?
I know that teachers have been doing children very well in their life. That's the only thing I know I can say this for that.
Okay. Maybe I should address this in another way, assuming some of you do not get the conversation. I am trying to read Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. And in a way, it kind of looks like expectation. The expectation Abraham Lincoln. It may seem like a request. It may seem like an expectation. Now, these things that Abraham wanted the son's teacher. In fact, he had to be involved in the child's life to be able to see through with these things. So, permit me to start off with the letter. My son starts school today. It is all going to be strange and new to him for a while, and I wish you would treat him gently. It is an adventure that might take him across continents, all adventures that probably includes wars, tragedy, and sorrow. To live this life will require faith, love, and courage. So, dear teacher, would you please take him by his hand and teach him things he will not know? Teaching him, but gently if you can. Teach him that for every enemy there is a friend. He will have to know that all men are not just, that all men are not true, but teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero, that for every crooked politician there is a dedicated leader. Teach him, if you can, that 10 cents earned is of far more value than $1 found. In school, teacher, it is far more honorable to fail than to cheat. Teach him to learn how to gracefully lose and enjoy winning when he does win. We'll come back to the letter. Let's hear from Levi from Okujago. Hi, Levi. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, Levi.
I want to congratulate the teachers for their good work in their children's life. You see what? I went to CAF Center yesterday to register my son. There is something I saw that enticed me. Discipline. I found out that even a pain lost for your child, the teachers are ready to put it out, discipline them for throwing out their pain. Your child cannot be dormant, doing nothing in the class while they are around. I'm making I'm congratulating them today, which is good work.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Levi. Chinasa from Rubin, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon.
China, how are you doing?
Yeah, the relationship between the teacher and child is a very special one. The teachers are supposed to be role models for children. Now, another thing, because you said something, most parents expect their teacher, even if the child is not doing it, is the rest of the child, the teacher to make child become brilliant. Yes, but the first child has is the parent. If the child is taught at home, when he goes to school, all the teacher will give him advice. The teacher plays a role in their life, right? He gives them to the school. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chinasa. Real good from Port Town. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon to you, Lady D2W.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. The expectations. Teacher. To discipline, in terms of discipline, it'll be discipline with moderation.
Okay.
I also expect my child's teacher, to teach my child not just academic issues, but also life issues.
Life issues.
Outside the academic. Now, I also expect my child's teacher not to bring misplaced aggression to my child when under our custody. And again, I expect to have somewhat of a personal relationship with some of the teachers, not all.
Not all, okay.
And that is where I will have to use my own discretion. And also, as a result of the comments or the commentary from my children concerning each of their teachers, even in terms of the subjects handled and what have you, and how they behave outside the academic purview. On the whole, I expect my children's teachers to give them what maybe as a result of time, I might not be able to give to that children. So within that period that they should be able to give them. Oh my God. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you. Sure, I can hear you.
Okay.
Go on, yeah.
I expect them to give these children of mine, is it in terms of character molding, how they relate with others? Just like the letter you were reading before you started picking the calls. Know that these children are not on the same pedestals in terms of knowledge. I don't expect my son's teacher or daughter's teacher to mold this child overnight, not be magic.
Okay.
But I expect over a period of time, there is a standard I expect to see in terms of academic and others from my children as a result of attending or being under a particular teacher or particular teachers.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Real Gift. Zion from GRA, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead, Zion.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Zion. How do you do?
Oh, I'm so scintillated. And you?
I'm good.
If my son is attending a school that is not paying school fees, I'm not expecting anything from the teacher. Only academics.
Okay.
Thank you very much for bringing him home. Didn't pass you, he don't pass you. Thank you very much. No be free education then call him for Nigeria. Okay. But if it is that I'm paying fees running to hundreds of thousands, Mr. Teacher, you owe me every duty of care. My money is speaking volume in my absence. You have every capacity to bring him up like me, the father. That is why I paid you. If you cannot meet up to that job specification, I think I'd rather sack you or remove my child from the environment. There is no two ways about that. You see that letter of Abraham Lincoln to his son's teacher? He thought that school his guy was attending for free. With this kind of government teachers we have, who are so academic, so political teachers, no. He's paying much. And as a man that is using another time for research and studies and development, politically and other affairs of life, he uses his money to run an errand through the teacher to bring up the child. And I don't want to hear my teacher said this, my teacher said that. I never did it to my parents, so my children shouldn't do that to me. My parents remain my role model, not any other person. So you must also bring him to that capacity.
Mrs. Iron, I'm sorry to interject at this point. I have been opportuned to look at some of the, what's it called now? The curriculum of some schools. I see that some schools teach etiquette. I see some schools teach diction and elocution, right? And when they teach etiquette will teach you things like social graces, how to greet, how to handle the cutlery, how to behave in public and all that, how you shouldn't say certain words and all that. Now, if your child is taught that in school and your child comes home and maybe you say a word you're not supposed to say, and your child says, "Mommy" or "Daddy," no, you don't say that. It's not nice. It's wrong. It portrays you as a rash person, or it portrays you as an uncouth person. Would that be wrong?
Very wrong.
Or if your child tells you "Mommy" or "Daddy," the word is not pronounced as give me a word. Give me any word that people probably mispronounce. The pronunciation of the word is this, and not that which you have pronounced. Would you say it's wrong? I mean, it only shows that you're paying good money and the money is working for you.
It is wrong.
Really?
For the child to come home to come and correct me that his own curriculum has been upgraded. As compared to, see, these are the things I'm talking about, or this is what I've been saying. The child to leave that correction in his heart and go back to school the next morning. As long as he's with me, leave that word like that. Because that was how my pronunciation came from.
But Zion, that is why you send this child to school. This child is learning.
The moment that the child is coming up to correct me, that teacher has
Port Harcourt, are you ready? The Port Harcourt Shopping Festival, the BH Awoof, is back with unbeatable discounts from Igoras. Save 35 to 62% on Igoras 12-wheel keke, 12-wheel generators, and other household items. Date is on Friday, 6th October to Saturday, 7th October 2023. Time 8 a.m. daily. Venue 282 Port Harcourt Aba Expressway, Rumokrushi Junction, Port Harcourt, or at our office at Kilometer 7, Ikwere Road, Rumweme, inside River State College of Health, Port Harcourt. For details, please call 091 231 83924 or 0906 1489 879. Igoras, making life easy for all.